So, Anissa, I just started the recorder. I remember you told me before we begin recording that you wanted to know before I start recording because it makes you feel uncomfortable. So, I want you to feel as comfortable as you possibly can. In addition to that, I just want to let you know that the video will only be used for educational purposes. So, this recording is for my practice class and as well as my instructor. So, they'll be the ones viewing this video. Um, in addition to that, I also want to inform you that I am a mandated reporter, as I told you last time in the last session, in front of Ms. Wiley as well as your mother. So anything that you disclose in therapy, I am required by law to report it if it deals with any form of abuse or neglect towards you, or if you're going to be harmful to yourself or someone else. So I just wanted to inform you of that again, just so that we're clear on that. Are we good?
I guess, but the judge is stupid. Like, who says you have to go to therapy? I'm not crazy. Therapy for crazy people. Then, like, you ask me about sex. Then I don't want to talk about sex. So then you ask about my future. Lady, I don't have a future. I have to think about today, not tomorrow. Nobody like me anyway. I don't have any friends, and I don't want no friends. I don't like my mom all the time, and my family is worse. Only my uncle is a good person, but I'm sure the file tells you he's dead. But I guess if I'll tell you that, you gonna ask me more questions. Like, I can't win with you for real though. Give me a second.
I'll give you a second. Um, and I know the judge asked you to attend therapy. I know that. And I know you don't want to be here. But I want to help you. And if we move past the focus of you being mandated by the judge to be in therapy, and you and I can create a relationship where you understand that I actually want to help you genuinely. I want to help you. I want to work with you, and we begin to get down to some of those areas where you may be having trouble or some form of difficulties in your life. So I'm here for you.
Okay, dang, like, I feel like you asking too many questions.
And I agree with you. I do ask a lot of questions, but those questions help me to help you. And I remember you stating previously that you're tired of having nightmares and you wish you could behave in school. You said that you want to make your foster mother happy and you like her. You want to stay with this particular foster parent. You like her better than the first foster parent. And that's what you told me. Is that correct?
Yes, but I feel like it makes me think about bad things that happen to me. I work hard to block it out, so I don't have to think about it because it makes me cry and get angry. And I just want to hurt somebody. He raped me and nobody believed me or cared. My sister always blamed me for her father in jail, but he belonged in jail. He did it. He did it to me, and sometimes I feel like it's my fault. Him and my mom always having sex, watching naked TV. Even when the kids was around, they didn't care if we was sleeping or awake. At least they could have checked on us, but no, they didn't. Everybody mad at me talk about, Anissa, how you know about sex? How you think I know about sex? Didn't my mom and my stepdad have sex? Like, duh. And he even made me suck on him.
So you mentioned a lot of things, and I just want to reflect on the things that you mentioned just to make sure I've heard you correctly. And if I've heard you correctly, you can shake your head or you can say yes, or you can shake your head and you can say no. I just want to make sure I understand and that I have everything down what you said. So the first thing you said is a lot of bad things happen to you, and because those bad things happen to you, you try your best to block it out, and you try your best to block it out because when you think about it, it makes you cry or it makes you angry, and sometimes that makes you feel like you just want to hurt somebody. So you just have the thought of hurting somebody, like you don't necessarily have a plan on hurting someone. And then I also heard you mention that you were raped. You were raped by your stepfather. You feel like no one cared. Um, you stated that your sister blames you for what took place and for her father being in jail. And then you said you feel like he belongs in jail, um, and that he did it. You said that sometimes you feel like it's your fault. You also said that you saw your mother and your stepfather have sex. You also saw them watching inappropriate television shows when you and the other kids were around. You feel like they could have checked on you all, making sure that you were safe and that you were not exposed to any of those things. Um, but then you said they didn't care enough to do that. And now you feel like everyone is mad at you and wants to know, how do you know about sex? And your response to that is, I was exposed to sex. How would I not know about sex? It was placed in my face. And so, in addition to being exposed to sex, you were also sexually abused. So I have that correct. And, right? Okay. And so it sounds like you've been through a lot. That's a lot of things that you just mentioned to me. And those things which happen to you, it can absolutely cause you to have dreams and nightmares. You would have trouble focusing in school. I don't think not one person who has ever experienced some of the things so traumatic as you did would be able to go on with life without ever thinking about it. That's normal. You're going to think about it. And this is why I want to work with you and work on ways that you can manage those nightmares and reactions to some of the things that may trigger you to feel upset. It's okay. It's okay. And your tears are valid. Let me give you a Kleenex. I'm just going to hit pause on the recorder. Okay, I've turned it back on. You okay now?
Yes, but even school though, like how can I concentrate? Somebody say something to me or tell me I can't do something that's going to make me upset. And yes, I'm going to get mad. I don't care if I have to throw chairs or desks. They don't care about me anyway. They always saying I'm bad. So sometimes I cut class or refuse to get up and go. The judge might place me in a lockaway place for truancy. My case manager said I gotta do what I gotta do.
So the kids, so you're saying in class you have a hard time concentrating and you have a difficult time just managing your emotions, and at times you do feel like throwing a chair or desk, and you also feel like perhaps the teachers don't care about you, or people are calling you bad, they're calling you bad names, and it sounds like your case manager has threatened you such that they will place you in a lockdown facility for truancy because you've been cut in class. So actually those are the consequences for cutting class and not following the guidelines that was ordered by the judge, unfortunately, but that's why you're here in therapy, so that we can begin to explore what's going on, and I can report back to your case manager what's going on, and not that you're just cutting class for no reason. And I know that we really can't justify the reasons for why you wouldn't go to class, but certainly I can let her know what's going on with you. And I don't personally feel like you're bad. I think a lot of your problems stem from the trauma that you've experienced throughout your life. I mean, you've experienced sexual abuse, you've experienced neglect from your mother, as you told me before, and also you feel like your mother didn't believe you. I'm sorry. You feel like she didn't. Here's another tissue. You feel like she didn't believe you, and you feel unloved. How do you feel about your current foster mother?
I didn't like my first mother. I got so mad at her, I was going to push her down the steps if she said another word to me. I was so tired of her mouth. All she did was nag. Do this, do that, do that. Like, damn, hold up, my nigga, can I do one thing at a time? She giving me back-to-back stuff to do. Like, I'm not Drake back-to-back, but my foster mom now, she good peoples, like real good peoples. She asks me one thing at a time. She plays cards with me and she lets me sit on the step with other kids and we can eat out on the weekends. Yeah, she real good people. She even go to court and sit with my worker, plus out on weekends. Yeah, she real good people. And I'm sorry. Like when the school calls home, they would tell on me, but she wouldn't get mad at me. and blame me for something dumb. She asked me what happened. Did she tell me to take a break or go out with a staff, or I could sit somewhere by myself? My foster mom just know how to calm me down sometimes.
Sounds like you like Miss Wiley. She makes you feel safe.
Yeah, she do. I know she got my back.
Do you mind if I share with Miss Wiley what you and I talked about today? Perhaps I can tell her about some more techniques that will make you feel calm when you're feeling upset or having bad thoughts. What you think about that?
Yeah, you good, Miss Yvonne. You actually sound like you care.
Anissa, I do care, but what's making you laugh?
I just think that it's funny that you care more than my family. And it makes me laugh because I'm thinking like they must be crazy. They don't know how to care.
That's important. You said something really important because you let me know that you have a definition of what care looks like and how you feel like they should be showing care and concern back towards you. And so you feel like they don't care. What does caring look like to you?
Like, I get upset when I see happy families, especially girls with their dads. I mean, then I get angry when I hear boys in my class talk loud and be rude to the teacher because it reminds me of things my stepdad did and when he touched me.
So you're saying when you see kids with their families and their dads, and when boys speak loudly, it triggers feelings of anxiety and fears that your stepdad may hurt you again.
Yeah.
So when these thoughts are happening, here's what I want you to do. I want you to focus on where you are at the time, whether it be home or school. Tell yourself in your head that you are safe and what my stepdad did to me is not currently happening to me. I am safe. He is not here. And I will also encourage Ms. Wiley to help you with this. So I'll also have Ms. Wiley help us with this. And it's called a grounding technique. You can try it with me. Let's try it together. In your head, no. So in your if you're around other people, you may want to say it in your head, but we'll say it out loud for now. I want you to tell yourself, I am safe.
I am safe.
What my stepdad did to me is not currently happening to me.
What my stepdad did to me is not currently happening to me.
I am safe.
I am safe.
He is not here.
He is not here.
I am safe.
I am safe.
What my stepdad did to me
What my stepdad did to me
is not currently happening to me.
is not currently happening to me.
I am safe.
I am safe.
He is not here.
He is not here.
So he's in according to the records and according to what you've told me and what I've been told, he's in prison. I'm not sure of anything around his release date, so I'm not even going to begin to get into that with you. But certainly at some time, if you would like to explore that, we can. But this is something that you can say to yourself when you're feeling like you're being triggered by something that's going on in class and or at bedtime.
But it does happen at bedtime.
Do you have a set bedtime schedule? Do you go to bed at the same time every night?
Sometimes it depends on what we're doing, and if it's good, then we can stay up later.
So I think it's important that you have a set bedtime and some specific strategies and routines that you do at night to help you fall asleep, like the grounding technique that we talked about. Also, if Ms. Wiley wants to read you a story or whatever you feel would make you feel safe at night, we all can work on some things together and we can talk about it and how we're able to manage your bedtime so you can feel safe.
You gonna tell her? Yes, we can tell her together about what you need from her.
So yes, I'm going to tell her and we can tell her together about what we all need from her to help you, because like I said, we're all here to help you. I'm here to help you, and I just want to make sure you can get the best out of this whole experience of therapy and learn some techniques that make you feel safe. And I also want to thank you for your willingness to participate today. I know we talked about a lot of things that made you feel uncomfortable. It made you feel very uneasy. And you were a trooper. You did a great job expressing your thoughts. and what you need from me as well as your foster mother. And you did a great job talking about what makes you feel upset, whether it be in school or at home. So kudos to you on that. And so on Saturday, we'll start working on something called a trauma narrative, where you'll have an opportunity to describe some of your personal experiences in detail, just like you did today. And then we can process it together. But at any point, Anissa, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, we can stop. We can process where the uneasiness is coming from, and we can start again, or we can just do something altogether different. Does that work for you?
Oh my gosh, Miss Yvonne. You just don't know when to stop. Okay, but can I have a hug?
What I tell you a few days ago about a hug, Miss Yvonne does not hug. That's a clear boundary violation. But I can walk you out to Miss Wiley, and I'm sure that she'll be more than happy to hug you.